Peace to all the kings and queens that's out there. This is your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher, and we are BACKAGAIN on another super fantastic but sad day. That's right. Can the devil be reformed? Emphatically no. Atlanta police last night shoot and kill another black man. The police chief of Atlanta is resigning from his position after what he viewed on footage in regard to the two police officers that killed Mr. Brooks. Now, according to the story, Mr. Brooks was being ruffled up by these two cops. A scuffle broke out, and you know what they were going to do to him, which they did anyway. But just so happens during their quarrel, Mr. Brooks took one of the officers' taser gun. And according to the footage, he was running away from the officers. You can see this from the Wendy's parking lot footage and other footage that bystanders were taking. And as he was running, guess what happened? Supposedly, Mr. Brooks was running and pointing the taser towards the officer running. One of the officers said, "Fuck it," took his gun out of his holster and blew Mr. Brooks away on the ground. End of story. That's not the top of this thing. We're going to get real into this here. Just not this either. Now, if you say that Mr. Brooks put the officer's life in danger by pointing a taser gun at him, well, they are always pointing taser guns at us, and it's not a threat, is it? Huh? And we be unarmed. So they can shoot us with a taser gun being unarmed at any time, and that's not a threat? When they have a gun that can put holes in you and end your life? But tasing, if they want to use that as the officer felt threatened, if that's the case, we feel threatened all the time because they always tasing our black ass. I'm just saying. Now, how can you can't use that? Because the officer's life wasn't in danger. You know why? Because tasing don't kill you, do it. Because if it did, why would they continue to tase you? So now they not only have one weapon of death, they have another weapon of death. Two weapons of death that they can kill you with at any time. Yet, you are the threat. Yet, you are the threat. I am the threat. Yeah, and I see you out there, West Boys. I think this guy's really is a cop or whatever he is. I don't care what he is. But don't be sending me all of those crazy videos you be sending me. Would you stop it? Like, for real. Stop sending me those crazy videos, West Boys. Okay? And speaking of this, it's going to be another flood of protesting. There's going to be more anger in the atmosphere. And this is what these KKK cops want. This is the agenda, not only of the cops, but of these politicians. Because the politicians give the cops the authority to do what they want to do. And you, with your silly self, continue to go and vote for people who make laws to have you killed and authorize people with guns and badges who have hoodies on their heads to kill you. Now, you think I'm lying? They talk about this police reform garbage, right? The new police reform garbage. Did you hear what the Tulsa, Oklahoma police said? And if I'm not mistaken, his name is Sergeant Travis Yates. And if he's not a sergeant, he's most definitely a police officer. He said that the police officers should kill more black people and that black people should be grateful that they have not done that yet. I keep telling you all to get ready. To get ready. I see you out there, Mr. Boys. Sad. This is the world that we live in. This is the world that we live in. And as I stated in my last video, prepare yourselves if you are able to carry and possess a firearm legally, go get one. Learn how to use it. Even if it's on the police, because they're still killing you. Just like they killed Derek Scott, another black man, down in Oklahoma last year with the same technique that was used on George Floyd. Where are those officers at? And the man died. He was telling the officers that he couldn't breathe. And what did the officers tell Derek Scott as they had him on the ground? They don't care. They said that they don't care. Where are those officers at? What's going to happen to the police officers that was involved in that shooting last night in Atlanta? Things are going to get real ugly. You all think that voting for these politicians are really going to help you? It's not their agenda to help you. Black man, black woman, walk around here with a swivel on your head at all times. Never, ever in your life trust the police. Ever. Do not trust the police. When the police come in your neighborhood and they seem to be threatening you, well, handle your business. They sent one of ours to the grave. 5 of them should go to the grave. The disbandment of police force is at an all-time high. It needs to be disbanded, defunding, dismantled, destroyed. Make them lose their jobs. Let's legislate laws to make police lose their jobs, since they legislate laws for you to lose your life. I'm just saying. Anybody hear about that young man up there, Robert Fuller, up in Palmdale, California, lynched from a tree, 24 years old? You all think about that. It's about to get real, real ugly out here. And this is the way that they made it. This is the way that the police department, the white police department of America, the white police department of America has made it this way. The politicians of America has made it this way. They talk about you, me, not being able to defend ourselves because of what? Cowardice? Cowardice? Are you that scared of the police? Are you that scared of the police? I keep telling you, we have 40 million black people here in America. How many policemen are in America? How many policemen are in America? A complete separation must take place. A complete separation must take place. Now, that's going to be very difficult, seeing that we have become so-called non-segregated society, so to say. Okay? We know that's a lie. In fact, segregation never ended. It's only the small, stupid people who really think that they integrated when they are segregated. They segregate you through communities. They segregate you through schools. They segregate you through jobs. Do you know that you can't get a loan depending upon what zip code you live in? Isn't that a form of segregation and discrimination? It's a lot of things that you can't get based upon where you live. Even certain jobs that you want to get, you can't get based upon your credit score. And who has the worst credit scores across America? The people who are the poorest. The people who don't have anything. The people whom CIA has placed drugs in their community, and they are now selling the drugs, killing their own people. Not that the CIA directed them to do that, because they were dumb enough to accept the drugs and sell the drugs to their own people for the benefit of CIA and helping fund wars. This is what I'm talking about. You all sitting up there doing what? Doing what? Worried about baseball, worried about football. In fact, football, please, by all means, boycott football if you're black. Don't spend another dime of your money toward the NFL. Don't spend another ounce of your energy watching the NFL. Because there are KKK members in the NFL, and Drew Brees is a prime example of that. Okay? Remove yourself. Don't you understand? There is no way that we can get along with you. Look, it is inevitable for them to destroy us or want to continuously have their knee on our neck, because that is their nature. They are evil people. Not all of them, but we know for sure that the police department is. Even the white police chief is resigning because all of this KKK business is going down. And it all comes up from the top, where you have the leaders of the KKK who are politicians. Or they are part of some other secret society, aka chapter. You all be careful out in these streets, just like I am. Just like I am. You all stay tuned. Stay tuned. There'll be more coming up later tonight. Thank you all for viewing. And by all means, don't trust the police. Strap up, and defend yourself against the police if they try to kill you, mishandle you, and abuse you physically. Like I said, if you want the police out your community or your neighborhood, you can keep them out of there. You can do that. You tired of the police killing you? Don't have them in your neighborhood. Don't have your children in the public schools where the police are at to misuse, abuse, intimidate, and kill them. I'll get with you all later.